Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Miss Chung, your geometry teacher. We're going to go over chapter 1, section 1, and we're going to start with point. So point is a simple dot, a single dot, simplest figure in geometry. When you're naming a point, it's named by a capital letter. A line is a geometric figure consisting of any 2 points, at least 2 points, extending in 2 directions without ending. When you're looking at a line is going on forever and ever and ever. It's an infinite line, it's never ending, it's continuing, and it's named by 2 points or a single lowercase letter. So when you're looking at this little L right here is considered line L, or you could consider this line AB. When you're writing a line, make sure that your line above your AB has the arrows going through, because I'll explain that after. If it's not both going on the line, if there's not 2 arrows, it's going to mean something else. So have to make sure that when you're representing a line using 2 letters, that you're representing the line on top of it. So again, it's right here on top of it. Plane. I like to think of a plane as your flat surface, a table, top, your paper, just something that's flat that has an image on it. It extends without ending. So I like to think about it as looking at this M right here, this plane M. Think of it as like a little screenshot or a snippet of your plane, because like I said, your plane has no ending, so it's never ending. Technically, this image is going on and on and on and on and on forever. So it's, again, taking like a little screenshot. If I were to take a screenshot of this page, or if I were to just crop it to a little piece of paper, it's continuing forever. There is no thickness, again, just a piece of paper. There are no edges, and it's named by a single capital letter or 3 other points on it. So this is considered plane M, and I'll show you an example with 3 letters. Space, collinear, and coplanar. Collinear is kind of what it sounds like, a line. Linear means line. So whenever something's collinear or non-collinear, it has to do with a single line. So if something's collinear, it's on the same line. If it's not collinear, it's not on the same line. So giving you an example of something that's collinear. Here is my line, and here are 2 points, A and B. These are both considered collinear. Coplanar, now we did a line, now we have to talk about a plane. Coplanar has to do with the same plane. So again, if I have letters on the same plane. So again, here's my little snapshot. Here's my little snapshot of my plane. And I have A, I have B. Both these A and B are coplanar because they're on the same plane. Non-coplanar obviously means not on the same plane. Segments. A segment has 2 endpoints. Super important that you know that. It has endpoints. It is not continuing on and on and on and on. So when I'm looking at a segment, keep in mind, this is just a line above it. Okay, there's difference between segments and lines. And we went over what a line is. A line is continuing forever and ever and ever, while a segment does not. So looking at this segment, it's just going from point A to point B. This is a line segment. Ray. A lot of students get confused on ray. Rays, you have to specifically write a ray in a specific format. So when you're writing a ray, when you're looking at this example up here, your endpoint is starting at A and you're continuing through B. So I'm starting at A and I'm going straight through point B. Okay, so please make sure you understand that, because again, a lot of students get confused on this. I'm starting at point A and going straight through point B. So my ray is going to be AB with my arrow pointing through the letter that I'm going. So looking at the next one, ray BA, same thing. I'm starting at point B. So I'm starting here, and then I'm going through A. Again, starting at B and going through A. The order does matter. Okay, I could also write it as B going through A. So I could write it this way as well. Opposite rays, exactly what it means. If I'm going to the left, the opposite direction, is going to the right. So looking at it, opposite ray. If point C lies on line AB between AB, then CA and CB are opposite rays. So I'm going to draw it. So CA, yes, it's drawn for us right here. So I'm starting at C and I'm going through point A. And here is ray CB. I'm starting at point C and I'm going through B. Starting at C, going straight through B. Opposite rays share an endpoint. So when you're looking at it, they're both sharing endpoint C. Intersection is exactly what it means. I'm intersecting. We've heard the word before. When we're driving, we're going to go through an intersection. It's where they meet, okay, or cut through. So intersection of two figures, a set of points that are on both figures. So looking at this image, here is my intersection. Point M is my intersection. Line K is my intersection. Okay, so that is where both lines are meeting. You have B going down and A going across. All right, looking at these examples, it says state whether true or false. Line PF ends at point P. Line PF ends at point P. Is that true? That's incorrect, because it's telling us it's a line, and we should know lines go on forever. So this is false. Looking at the next one, point S is on an infinite number of lines. That is true. It's just one single point. So if I'm looking at one single point, there are invisible lines. If you want to think about it as invisible lines, they're all going through point S. Looking at the next one, a plane has no thickness. That is true. If we go back and we look at a plane, it has no thickness. This is true. Collinear points are coplanar. This one may sound confusing, but the best thing I would say to do is, again, draw it out. Drawing it out definitely helps to visualize what it's asking. So looking at it, I'm going to go ahead and draw collinear points. Linear, keyword, is a line. So if I draw collinear points, looking at it, here's my collinear points. If I had A and B, are these points coplanar? Coplanar again means on the same plane. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw one plane, and looking at it, is this true? Yes, this is true. Planes have no edges. Planes have edges. I basically just gave you guys the answers. Planes have edges. This is false. Planes do not have any edges. It's infinite. It's going on and on and on and on, like I said. Think of it as taking a little screenshot of a plane. Two planes intersect in a line segment. This is false. Why is this false? Because they're telling us it's a segment. Two intersecting lines meet at exactly one point. Think of intersecting lines. Think of your streets. If I'm intersecting, it's intersecting at exactly one point right here, and this is true. Points have no size. That's true. Doesn't matter how big or how small my point is. It doesn't necessarily have a size. Line XY can be denoted as XY or YX. This is true. I could write this either way. Again, they're both representing a line. Here's X, here's Y. However, if they're talking about a ray, rays have to be written in a specific way. So this is true. All right, looking at this slide, they're giving us a diagram. Again, we're supposed to state if it's true or false. So looking at it, P is in M. So let's go ahead and identify point P right here. Is it on plane M, which is right here? This is going to be false. All right, looking at the next one, number 2, B is in M. So let me go ahead and identify B. Is B on M? Here's plane M. And that is going to be true. We're looking at number 3, line YX contains P. So we're looking specifically at the line. Here's YX. Does it contain point P? This is false. M contains line XY. I'm going to go ahead and look at XY. Here is XY. Does M contain XY? So here's M. And yes, it does, because it is on my plane. So this is going to be a true statement. Looking at the next one, A is on B. Is A on B? That is true. Here's A, here's line B, and that is true. Looking at number 6, A and P are on M. A and P are on M. So let's identify A. P, are they on M? No. Okay, both of them are not on. So this is false. And the last one, N contains P. Here's the entire line N. And does it contain point P? Absolutely. This is true. All right, thanks, guys. This is 1-1. Like, follow, and subscribe. Bye.